picking up where that last video left off, I didn't realize I'd have a time limit on the first screen grab. We were looking at change in death from one day to the next by age group. So again, when I did case changes, so the change in cases, and did descending, we did see that it was the younger demographics, age 20 to 49, that had the three greatest increases in cases reported from one day to the next. If we go, however, to the change in death, there was 8, 6, 14, 16, I think 16 when we took the -1, death. And of those 16 deaths that were added, 8 came from people over the age of 80 and 6 from people in their 70s. And these age groups that had the highest amount of cases change from one to the next, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 1 death, and that was from someone in their 40s, 0 otherwise. So there was no real increase in deaths. So to me, this is saying that there's a great increase in cases for the younger demographic, but perhaps they're not getting sick and getting actually sick. Infected and sick are two different things, and dying. So this is just one of the outputs that the script creates. I'd like to look at change in age. You can look at change in county if you wish. So this has all of Ohio's counties that reported, and we can sort by the change in cases. Yesterday there were only 3 counties that had an increase of over 100 in cases, or an increase over 62 in cases, and those were the 3 most populous counties in Ohio: Franklin, Cuyahoga, and Hamilton. Those were the only counties with more than 62 cases added from one day to the next. Of any of those counties, let's see, only 1 had 5 deaths added from one day to the next, and of course that's Franklin, the largest county in Ohio. Stark and Butler were the only other counties with more than 1 death increase from one day to the next. Then hospitalizations, just to see if the hospitals are, one hospital in one particular county is perhaps being overcrowded and handling too many new patients. Well, there's only 2 counties that had more than 7 hospitalizations added from one day to the next, and that was Cuyahoga and Trumbull, or Cuyahoga and Franklin, sorry. Trumbull had exactly 7 hospitalizations added. So we can look at the change in cases, deaths, hospitalizations by county. We can even stratify it a little bit more. This creates a change in age and county. What I like to do is go in here and filter, and I'll type in my county, Lorain. I live in Lorain, and then I'll sort the ages in ascending order and just take a look. So I like to look at the younger demographics. It's a demographic that I belong to. Yesterday, cases in the 30s had 115 cases compared to 2 days ago they had 114. So there was 1 case in Lorain County added for people in their 30s, 1 for people in their 40s, 1 for people under 24 for people in their 20s. If I scroll down, some of the older age brackets, really not a huge change in Lorain County. Let's take a look at deaths. No deaths were added, and hospitalizations, I'm only seeing 1. 1 hospitalization was added from one day to the next in Lorain County. We could probably go back to the CSV at this point and find out when that date of hospitalization was, or there is data saved in here. You can find when this age 0 to 19 person in Lorain County was hospitalized and when they were added. When it's such a small number, to me it's not really worth diving into, but you can find it in the CSV. Along with change in age county, I hear this a lot. People will say, of the 900 or so cases that were added to Ohio today, well, we only had 7 today, and I don't like when people say that because it's not particularly accurate. This number 7 is undoubtedly going to increase in the next couple of days as more tests come in. More tests will come in where they have their first symptoms on June 26th, or perhaps even the test was done on June 26th and it took some time for it to process. So this 7 will go up. I don't think it's accurate to say that only 7 cases occurred today, because it does go up. This merely is showing where those 900 cases that were added today, where they fall in terms of the actual onset date of the case. So they say that after about 2 weeks you're asymptomatic, and today is June 26th. So if I go back 14 days, that puts us at June 12th. So June 12th, today, of the 900 or so cases added in Ohio, 11, 10, 21, 23, 26. Looks like it keeps it. Well, there's somehow a negative, and this is what bothers me. I just don't understand how this could